Hey everyone, this is Dylan, and today I'm going to be doing a movie review for you guys. So the movie I'm reviewing today is the Master of Horror episode, Incident on and Off a Mountain Road. So I decided that I was going to be doing reviews of every episode in the first season of Masters of Horror because this will be its 15th anniversary. I'll be posting videos every Wednesday on the date that it actually aired on television, and I'll be going in the order. So this is the first episode. It aired on Showtime on October 28th, 2005. It was directed by Don Coscarelli, who is famous for the Phantasm movies. It was based on a short story by John R. Lansdale. And it stars Bree Turner as Ellen, Ethan Embry as Bruce, John DeSantis as Moonface, and Angus Scrimm as Buddy. So let's get into what this movie is about. So we encounter Ellen, and she's driving in a car up a mountain road, interestingly enough. And she starts to fumble with her radio. And when she looks back up, there's a car in front of her that has stopped, and she basically hits this car because she can't stop in time. And so we get the idea that she kind of like passed out. And this is kind of intercut with a memory that she had. So it's kind of on two different timelines. So a memory she had of like this first, I think it was a first date with this guy that she had met, who is kind of like a survivalist, and basically he wants to like teach her how to do survivalist things. And so we have this memory, and then we go back to her waking up in the car, and she just kind of meanders around, and then she's like, "Hey, are you okay?" to the other car. And she gets to the car and sees a whole lot of blood. And she sees that there's like a trail of blood going across the road, over the guardrail, and down an embankment. And so she walks over there with her flashlight, and she sees a shadowy figure. And she's like, "Hey, are you okay?" And the shadowy figure doesn't answer, but then the shadowy figure starts climbing up this thing, and then all of a sudden her flashlight goes onto a person who is being drug up this by the shadowy figure, and she's like, "Help me." And so she kind of like runs into the woods, and it kind of becomes a cat and mouse chase of Ellen fighting this figure who we find out is Moonface. But she like fights this figure and sets up all these like traps, and it's kind of intercut with of Bruce trying to teach her how to be a survivalist. And so all of these things that he taught her are coming in handy now at this moment. And then ultimately she ends up at a house in the middle of these woods, and it's where Moonface is from. And she gets basically handcuffed to a pole in the basement, and she has to figure out how she's going to escape and what her next steps are. And while she's in the basement, she meets Buddy, who is Angus Scrimm's character, and he is kind of loopy. We're not sure if he is somebody who is like what the deal with him is, but that's kind of where I'm going to leave the synopsis. I hope that you guys will definitely check out Masters of Horror Season 1. It does come on Blu-ray, so you can get, it's like 4 volumes, and there's 3 to 4 episodes on each volume, including the one that did not air on television, and that'll be the last review that I do because it doesn't have an air date. If you're looking for places to stream it, it is streaming on Tubi. It's also streaming on Hoopla, which is, if you have like a library card for your local library, a lot of libraries subscribe to Hoopla, so it's free, and you just rent the items through your library, and you don't have to do anything. It's just all on one service. And if you have Roku, it's streaming on the Roku channel. But now let's get into the things that I liked about this movie. Overall, I liked the feel of this movie. I thought that the story was interesting, and I thought where it went, there was a really nice twist at the end, and I really liked that. I also really liked when Ellen gets to the house that Moonface lives in. Outside there are human scarecrows, and I really liked, because the first introduction to these scarecrows we have we just see the outline of a silhouette of a human, but then the moon is shining through the eyes. And I thought that that was really, really cool imagery. And there wasn't really anything that I did not like about this movie. It's really short. I mean, it's basically a short film, but it's really short, so it's really easy to get through, and this one is definitely pretty interesting. I do plan on doing a ranking of all the episodes whenever I finish doing the reviews for them, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But now that you've heard what I liked and didn't like about this movie, let's talk about what other people thought of this movie. So on the Letterboxd, as a 2.9 out of 5, and on IMDb, it has a 6.5 out of 10. So I actually really enjoyed this. I believe I gave it a 4 stars out of 5 on Letterboxd, so I just really liked this movie and definitely would recommend checking it out. But that is it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below if you've seen Masters of Horror, and specifically if you've seen this episode, Incident on and Off a Mountain Road, and whether or not you liked it or didn't like it, and why. And remember, if you're not already subscribed and you'd like to be, please hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a like if you liked it. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day. Bye.